Welcome to Five Flag Speedway in Pensacola, Florida for the second round of the Tour Modifieds in the Short Track Super League. We started the series last week and we are here for round number 2 at Five Flag Speedway. Let's bring up some information here for your race for tonight. This is a half-mile oval. It looks like we have a nice summer night here in Florida. 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 56% relative humidity, a partly cloudy sky, no winds to speak of. And we're looking at a track temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That is fairly cool, so that should leave the drivers with a lot of grip. Won't be too slippery. Usually the hotter, the more slippery it is. We're going to be doing 80 laps here in the Tour Modifieds tonight, and we'll be going into qualifying here shortly. It looks like we have a really good field tonight, consisting of 23 entries at the moment. And that looks to me like that is a really good turnout for tonight. We see some names that we saw last week: Kyle Eli, Brandon Hughes, Samuel Fontaine, Jordan Berry. I see Kevin Anderson. I see Kevin Dick, Jordan Berry and Kevin Dick both also running in the Saskatchewan the Saskatchewan Stock Car Championship on Sunday nights. Championship that is almost over. We see Kevin Davis, Bradley Miner, and let me see there, Jeff Hornyak and Mark Herzog. We saw those guys last week as well. So we're looking at a good night of racing here, because once we're done with the modifieds here at Five Flag Speedway, we're going to move right on over to North Wilkesboro for the truck race in the Short Track Super League as well. So we're going to do 2 races back to back here tonight. The link for the broadcast should have been given to you by the race admin, so you should be able to find it. If you can't find it, just look for Short Shift Broadcasting on YouTube and it should be there. And that second race should be going live right around I would say 9:40, something like that, and that would be Eastern time. Alright, so let's take a quick look here at the final minutes ticking away in practice. It looks like Kyle Eli has set the fastest lap so far. And I'm going to take that sound down just a notch. There we go. And it looks like we have Brandon Hughes running the second time in the 111 car. Samuel Fontaine is 4th currently. It's Curran Beckler in the 35 that was in the 3rd spot here in practice. So we're going to be jumping into qualifying here within about 30 seconds. The guys will get 3 laps of qualifying here for this race, and there will be no heats or anything like that. It'll just jump into the race for 80 laps for the modifieds here tonight at Five Flags. Under the lights already. It's a nice summer night here in Florida. And there you see the checkered flag has dropped on practice. So we're going to go into qualifying. The qualifying will be individual. That means that the drivers will not be able to see each other, but we are lucky enough we can pretty much select any driver that is on track. And the first one that looks like he's going out looks to be Jason Coe, and he's getting ready to go out here. Let's see, we have some more drivers leaving the pit lane already. That is Brian Smith in the 069 car. So we can eavesdrop and take a look here at the guys qualifying for this race. And we'll show you their lap times down in your screen when they come up. Brian Smith here from Central United States, it looks like. And he is currently going to be posting his first lap. And it looks like he is posting a 15.544. That's the 4th time currently. We have Adam O'Brien in the 74 car currently on the provisional pole. And it looks like Curran Beckler has come in now on his second lap with a second time pretty much equaling the O'Brien time, except for 7 thousandths of a second slower. Jacob Shockley is already going out here. He looks like he's already posted the third time. Jordan Berry right there up front in the number 7 car with a fourth time, and it looks like we have already 19 drivers that posted a time here in qualifying. So that is running pretty quickly here. And let's see if we can see. That is Richard Benedetto. He's coming in from his laps. And let me see here. That is Kyle Eli has posted the provisional poll now. Let me see what happened to O'Brien. He dropped back to fourth. So Eli, Brooks, and Anderson picking up the top spots here on the chart, on the time chart. And let's see if we have anybody left on track. We have Brandon Hughes in the 111. He hasn't posted a time yet. This should be his first lap. Let's see what he posts. He posts a 15.2. And it looks like he is starting again from the pit there. He has 3 laps in total, so he's basically throwing away his second lap here, but he can still post that third lap and see if he can improve on that time. We see Kevin Dick. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Samuel Fontaine. He picked up 6th position. Kevin Dick has brought it on to the 7th spot. And then it's Brandon Hughes. He is in 10th. And it looks like Samuel Fontaine is still on the track here, trying to get his second lap in. And he is currently the final car on the track with 2 minutes of qualifying here ticking away. So we have 23 drivers that have posted a time. Good size field here. It's going to be crowded on this. Ooh, that lap's not going to get validated. You can't touch the walls. You have to make it a clean lap. So it looks like currently everybody has been out. It looks like Kyle Eli still has the possibility of going back out because he only posted 1 lap time. And he's probably just going to sit there and wait and see if anybody beats his time, and it might not be necessary for him to go back out because he's already up there anyway. All right, so let's talk you through some more information on this race. The drivers will get 2 tire sets to complete the 80 laps, so they can pit for tires just once. And then all the drivers are on a fixed setup, meaning that they cannot alter anything on the car as far as suspensions and shock absorbers and spring rates are concerned. The only things I believe they can change are the brake bias and the steering ratio. The brake bias is a knob in the car that with which you can distribute brake pressure to the front or rear a little bit more or a little bit less. And the steering ratio is basically the gearbox of the steering that determines how much you have to turn the wheel for a certain amount of movement on the steering. There we see Kyle Eli go around. And it looks to me like he's not really all too concerned about stuff like that right now because we're getting ready to finish up qualifying here. The last 10 seconds are ticking away, and that means we're going to bring you the grid here for this race tonight here at Five Flags Speedway in sunny California. I'm sorry, Florida. Stay with it here. All right, there you have your grid. And let's see if the guys are already lining themselves up there. It looks like they are. And your grid here on pole position, we have Kyle Eli in the number 18. Alongside him will be Jake Brooks. In the 57, Kevin Anderson and Adam O'Brien will be on the second row. Then it's going to be Curran Beckler and Samuel Fontaine on the third row. Fourth row will be Kevin Dick and Jacob Shockley. Fifth row, Jordan Berry and Brandon Hughes. Sixth row, Mark Herzog and Kyle Fredrickson. Then it'll be the seventh row with Pete Pellini and AJ DeMarzo. Kevin Davis and Richard Carroll will be on the eighth row. Jason Coe, Michael Steffen on the 9th row, Brian Smith and Jeff Horniak on the 10th row, Wyatt Sapp and Bradley Miner on the 11th row, And on the 12th row, it'll be Richard Benedetto and Matthew Telder. And then that looks like we have 24 drivers all together here in the race. So good size field here. It'll be busy. It'll be very busy for the drivers. But with lapped cars, that'll be an issue, obviously. So let's see what develops here. It's Kyle Eli in front in the number 18 car. That's the black car on the inside with the white sidebars there. Then it's Jake Brooks on his outside in the black car with the red number. And then it's Adam O'Brien in the 74 on the outside there. And Kevin Anderson on the inside of the second row. 2 warm-up laps here. The lights on the pace car are out, and that means we're going to get ready to go here. Coming through turn 3 and 4. We'll see the pace car go inside. There he goes. The guys will be waiting on the radio call. There you have it. We are racing here at Five Flag Speedway. It's Kyle Eli and Jake Brooks going into turn 1 and 2 first, and we already have a yellow. Let's see if we can find out what happens here. And let's bring that back a little bit further. That looks like Jordan Berry is trying to get going. The car in front of him doesn't want to go, and then he gets tapped in the back by the 54. And then a little bit further up, we see quite a bit of a bang up there in the first turn as well. Several cars standing still here. That looks to me like the 24 of Bradley Minor was involved in that. Let's see what happens here. That is the second part of the incident. Ooh, and that looks like the 069 there is going quite high into the fence. Is that the 069 or the 669? No, that is the 069. And he will probably not be running the correct number. I don't see him. Matthew Telder in trouble here, an engine smoking, so he's going into the pits. We see Jason Coe, he was involved in that, his engine is smoking, and Bradley Minor in the 24 was involved in that as well. He is coming into the pits as well. So let's hope for these guys that they can get stuff fixed. No fast repairs in this series, but it is what it is, and it's all up to you to get it sorted out. So that looks like Jordan Berry is crawling to the pits here. I'm not sure if he's still able to run. It looks like he's extremely slow here. Maybe he's been put to the back of the pack by race control as if he caused a caution. That could be a possibility. I do not have contact with race control, so unfortunately we'll have to sometimes guess what they're deciding, but that's kind of what it looks like. So Jason Coe, Bradley Minor are still in the pits, Matthew Telder in the pits, and we'll have to wait and see if they're going to be able to come back out. And there we go. We're going single file, getting this show back on the road here. Kyle Eli is early on the gas, pulls away from Jake Brooks a little bit. Jake Brooks pulls away from Adam O'Brien there, and it looks like Adam O'Brien in the 74 picks up that third position. Then it's Kevin Anderson in the 81, and Beckler in the 35 is in fifth position. So, my scoring is going bananas here. Not sure what that was all about. It looks like scoring was a little bit off target here. We are looking at Kyle Eli and Jake Brooks. It could be that lap wasn't counted for some reason. Not really sure what happened there. Jake Brooks is still in second. I see some smoke on the main straightaway there. Adam O'Brien is in third, and he's leading the pack here with Kevin Anderson and Curran Beckler Kevin Dick is a little bit further behind. He's racing Samuel Fontaine there for 6th position. They have Jacob Shockley and Cal Fredrickson right behind there, with Pete Pellini following as well. Let's check on your leader here. He's going to be picking up the back markers already. We're on lap 6 here. And Jake O'Brien in the 2nd position will have the same problem, obviously, following there. Adam O'Brien seems to be getting away from his pursuers, Kevin Anderson and Curran Beckler. Looks like Beckler is coming to the inside of Anderson now, picking up that 4th position. Then it's Kevin Dick. He is trying to work his way up to the front, getting away from Shockley, Fontaine, and Pellini. Let's check on Adam O'Brien. He is working his way past these back markers as well. The field is starting to stretch out quite a bit here. Curran Beckler is in 4th. He is trying to work his way around that 24 car of Bradley Minor. Then it's Kevin Anderson in the 81 trying to do the same thing. Kevin Dick, and he's got Shockley, Fontaine, Polini, and Hughes right behind him here. That is for a 6th position. Kevin Dick is the car that you see there, the red car with the yellow number 10 on the side. That's Kevin Dick. Then it's Shockley in the darker car behind him. They're working their way around the 24 now as well. And it looks like Samuel Fontaine in the red car is there as well. And we have another yellow. Let's see if we can pick up what's going on. Oh, it's up there, and that is the 21, it looks like. Let's see if we can find what is happening here. Kevin Davis in the 21 car. Let's see what happens. It looks like the issue starts in front of him with the, what is that, the 20 car of DeMarzo. DeMarzo is spinning out, and he collects. There you have it. There we see what's going on. That is DeMarzo in the number 20 car. He gets it a little wrong at the exit of the turn. He scrapes the wall. He can't save it. Gets to the inside of the wall. And then it's the 21 and another car that looks like Jason Coe. That was, oh no, that was not Jason Coe. Let's see if we can figure out who that was. It looked like that was, no, that was not Wyatt Sepp either. It may have been, it was Herzog. I believe it was, no, it was not Herzog. It was, that yellow car. Can't find him. Can't figure it out. All right, we have quite a few drivers in the pits now. Jordan Berry is one of them, and it looks uncertain whether he can get back going again. Your scoring shows Sapp in first. That is not correct. He took a tow to the pit, and it looks like no, that's not the car I was looking for, but it looks like Wyatt Sapp has taken a tow into the pit. That's why he's fallen down the order right now. So what happens when you take a tow is you basically escape the race where you are, and the iRacing puts you right in the pit lane and then calculates time for the tow truck to get you there. So that's why they sometimes end up at the wrong end of scoring. So the reason you see scoring scrolling here is because the yellow laps are not counted. And for an 80-lap race here, that looks to me like that's a bit odd, because we need to be back to get to North Wilkesboro for the truck race on time. But it is what it is. We'll make the best of it like we try to do always. It's still Carl Eli in front. It looks like they're lining them up again. It's Brooks right next to him. Then it's Beckler, O'Brien, Shockley, Anderson, Fontaine, Pellini. And it looks like Jordan Berry is still out. He is coming back out, actually. He is running. And it looks like, let me see here, Kevin Dick has been in the pits in the number 10 car, and he is back out running. There we go, we're racing once again. It's Kyle Eli, Jake Brooks, Adam O'Brien in front here with Curran Beckler in the 35 car in 4th position. Then it's Jacob Shockley, Kevin Anderson, Samuel Fontaine, and then there's a whole bunch of guys being led here by the 111. The green and black car there of Brandon Hughes. Then it's Kyle Fredrickson, behind him, and Pete Polini is behind him. Let's check on your leader here. That's Kyle Eli. He seems to be pulling away a little bit from Jake Brooks. Jake Brooks here in the second position with the 57 car with the red number here. Then it's Adam O'Brien in the black car with the green number 74. He's in third position, and it looks like Curran Beckler in the 35 has quite a string of cars behind him. The first of which being Jacob Shockley in the 48. Then it's Kevin Anderson in the 81. Samuel Fontaine is having a little bit more trouble keeping up. Then it's Brandon Hughes. It looks like Fontaine passed Brandon Hughes once again. And Kyle Fredrickson is right behind there as well. Let's take a look back here at the front. Kyle Eli, and from the rear end of his car, it looks like this. That is Jake Brooks you're looking at in the second position. It is going blazingly fast here at the moment. Laps are ticking away rather quickly. We're already on lap 17 with Eli in the lead, Jake Brooks in second, and Adam O'Brien is in third. And it looks like Curran Beckler is trying really hard to catch up to that 74 car. And then it's Jacob Shockley, Kevin Anderson, Samuel Fontaine, Brandon Hughes, who's now looking at the rear end of that 91 car. And let's see, in the back of the field, we have Jordan Berry trying to catch up with Richard Benedetto. And that is for 15th position. We have Bradley Minor running a lap down. We have Wyatt Sepp still in the pits. And it looks like some of these guys have given up already with too much damage on their car. As said, we have no fast repairs in this series. It is what it is. If you wreck your car or you damage it or you get damaged, you're going to have to deal with what you have. So Kyle Eli well out in front now. He's got more than a second on Jake Brooks in the second position here. Then it's Adam O'Brien in the 74. He seems to be fairly safe there as well. Curran Beckler is in the fourth position in the 35 car. I like the rear end of that car. Watch out, here I am. Jacob Shockley is fighting here with the 81 of Kevin Anderson. It looks like Kevin Anderson's trying to make a move to the inside, gets a little loose, has to get off the gas, and he has to let Shockley go there for a minute. But it's not for lack of trying. He is trying to get his work his way up there. And meanwhile, it's Samuel Fontaine that's trying to catch him for that sixth position. Brandon Hughes in the 111 car right behind those guys. So this is a battle for 6, 7, 8, and 9th position. Behind Hughes, it's Polini, it's Fredrickson, Herzog is up there, Jeff Horniak is a little bit further back. So let's check with Jacob Shockley, Kevin Anderson, that's behind Jacob Shockley. Kevin in the 81 car, the one with the yellow numbers on the roof. And he seems to be closing in on Jacob Shockley now. Jacob running a little bit wider. They're dealing with traffic at the white car, the 24. That should be, let me see, the 24 of Minor. And it looks like Shockley runs wide now, and Kevin Anderson is getting alongside and picks up that fifth position from Jacob Shockley. There you have him coming off turn 4 into the turn 1. That's Kevin Anderson in the 81 that has the fifth position in hand now. And it looks like Fontaine is also past that Shockley car there. Shockley dropping back now. Hughes and Polini have gone by him. He's dropped back now down to 9th position. And then it's Kyle Fredrickson right behind him now with Mark Herzog in the yellow and black car right behind them. Let's take a check here on Kyle Steckley. He is still well ahead, almost 2 seconds clear of Jake Brooks. There you see Jake Brooks in the 57 car. It's Adam O'Brien in the 74, also running fairly safely on his own here. Then it's Curran Beckler trying to close in on Adam O'Brien. It's Kevin Anderson that is pulling away a little bit here from Fontaine, but that string of cars here, that's where a lot of action we have seen already. It looks like they're trying to get around back markers as well. The 24 should be in there somewhere. That's Bradley Minor. He's a lap down. It is Samuel Fontaine in the red and white car that is following Anderson in the black and orange car there. That is the fight for fifth and sixth position. In seventh, we see the black and green car of Hughes. Then we see a back marker, and then behind there, no, that's not a back marker. That's Pete Pellini in the Miller car. I mistook him for the 24. That is the 51 of Pete Pellini. Then it's Jacob Shockley. Looks like he's back on his mojo once again in ninth position there. 10th is Kyle Fredrickson, and then it's Mark Herzog that's following there in the 47 car. That is the front of that pack there we were looking at. That is Kevin Anderson in the 81 hanging on to that fifth position. It looks like Samuel Fontaine is trying really hard to close in on him, and that is Samuel Fontaine's point of view here, looking at the back of that 81. He looks pretty solid here. And we have another yellow. Let's go find out what we have. Ooh, that looks like Shockley going around. Let's bring that back for you. Yep, Shockley gets the wheels a little bit too low near that wall, turns it around. Unfortunately for him. And what he does right here is waiting for the other guys to pass by. It's a sad turn of event. Obviously, you're going to lose a lot of positions, but you can't turn that car around in front of everybody. You have to wait for the track to clear. And on a short track like this with 24 cars, that is going to take a bit to get cleared. So there you go. He turns it around. He's back on his way. Let's go and find our leader. Let's see, we have Kyle Eli that has gone to the pits. He's picking up his second set of tires. Well, we're on lap 37, so that is pretty much close to halfway, and that might make sense for him to do so. It looks like Kyle Fredrickson is doing the same. Jordan Berry, he's still out there. It looks like Jordan is in, what, the 16th position or something like that. We have Bradley Minor still in the pits. Let's see who else we have in the pit. Kevin Davis has gone to the pits. Shockley has gone to the pits. There you have him. And it shows here that Jake Brooks is our leader. And that should make sense because he was in second position behind Eli. Eli opted to go and get some tires. So he comes back out here in 13th position. It's Jake Brooks in front of Adam O'Brien in the 74 car. You'll see some back markers in front of him. They'll get waved around by the pace car before we go green. And I believe Jordan Berry is one of those back markers there, and the other one should be that looks like that's Jason Coe in the 54 car, so those guys will be waved around before we go back to racing. Jake Brooks then picks up the lead. Kyle Eli decided new tires was necessary, and it is pretty much mid-race, so I can see that making sense. And it looks like They had the wave around there, so they're going to line them up side by side. It's Jake Brooks in the lead. And Kyle Eli is actually in 13th position. There we go. We're racing once again. Brooks is picking up the lead here into turn one with Adam O'Brien right behind him. It's currently Beckler in third. It looks like Fontaine is working hard to keep Anderson behind there in fourth. And it looks like Anderson picks up fifth. Brandon Hughes is picking up sixth position. It's Pellini right alongside him. Herzog has got a good restart there. He's on the inside in that yellow and black car, and he is currently in seventh position. So Beckler in third here, and then Fontaine is now in fourth, so he passed Kevin Anderson, it looks like. Brandon Hughes is now in the fifth position. And he's on the inside of Kevin Anderson in the 81 car. And it looks like Herzog is coming with him on that lower side. So Herzog picks up another spot here. He's now in 6th. And Pellini is doing the same thing. It looks like Kevin Anderson's just locked out on that higher side there. Can't get down to the bottom. And everybody's just flying by. That's Kevin Dick in the number 10 car getting underneath him there as well. Jake Brooks is still out in front with O'Brien right behind him. And Beckler is in 3rd. Fontaine is hanging on to 4th. Hughes is in 5th, and then a little bit further back we see Herzog actually picking up another position here in front of Pellini, and Eli is already in 8th position. There you have him. He's catching up to the tail end of this group here, and he's already working his way forward. He's on brand new tires. He goes around Pellini, picks up 7th position. He's doing really well on that higher side there. Now he's going to go around Herzog, it looks like. And some sparks flying. That could be just the bars hitting the asphalt there. Eli picks up 6th position from Mark Herzog. And he's now going after Brandon Hughes in the green and black car there, the number 111. Samuel Fontaine in front of him. Then it's Beckler in 3rd. It's O'Brien in 2nd. And your leader is still Jake Brooks. And they're having a nice little in-between here for the lead, it looks like. Jake Brooks and Adam O'Brien are close together, fighting for that lead, trying to get away from the pack. Curran Beckler is the yellow and black car that you see in 3rd position, and the red and white car is Samuel Fontaine in 4th with Brandon Hughes in 5th. Brooks still solidly in the lead, it looks like. He's not really getting away from O'Brien, but it doesn't look like O'Brien is close enough to do anything meaningful to him. And it looks like Curran Beckler is he's dropping back a little bit, but not by much. We have another yellow. Let's go find out what is going on. Ooh, it's the 61 of Jeff Horniak that goes around all by himself. Let's see that one more time. He's coming off the turn here. That's turn 2. Has a bit of a wiggle trying to correct. And then he loses the back end. He's back rolling. And it's Brooks still in front. Looks like Shockley is in the pits again or still. Not really sure. It looks like again. No, it looks like he's still in the pits. So we have quite a few guys that were missing already. Let's see here. DeMarzo and Caro are out. Telder and Smith are staying in the pits. I don't see any movement there with Shockley. It shows that he hasn't been running for a while. There's Kyle Eli in the 18 car working his way back through the field, it looks like. It is Jake Brooks still in the lead with O'Brien in 2nd, Beckler in 3rd, Kyle Eli now in the 4th position already. He's doing that pretty quickly. Mark Herzog in 5th, Pete Pellini is in 6th, then it's Richard Benedetto in the 7th position. Jordan Berry worked his way back up to the 7th or 8th position here already. That looks pretty good. Jeff Horniak is going into the pits, probably going to get some new tires after his little spin there. And it looks like Kevin Dick is also going into the pits here. Probably also going to be picking up those new tires. As I said, they can only use 2 sets of tires here tonight, so it is what it is for these guys. Short Track Super League is choosing a little bit more realism over gameplay, it looks like. A lot of leagues use at least one fast repair to give guys a second chance in the race. And this track does not do that. You have to deal with what you get. And obviously not having these fast repairs is intended for these races to make those guys be a little bit more careful and making sure that they're not getting any damage. But on a half-mile oval like this, with 24 cars on the grid, that is a tough call to make. Yeah, it looks like we have Horniak still in the pits. Not sure if he's going to come back out. And Miner and Shockley. Miner is back out, I believe. Yeah, there he is. He's a lap down. Jake Brooks, your leader. The lights on the pace car are out. They're lining them up once again. And we'll keep an eye on Kyle Eli here. He's worked his way through the field in the few green laps that we had. Well, it was about 10, I believe. So let's see if he can bring it back to the front end of the field here. It's Jake Brooks getting away best. It's O'Brien in second. It's Kyle Eli already on the outside there. And he's already passed Beckler, and now he's making a good work of getting around O'Brien. He's on that higher side with fresher tires than O'Brien. Ooh, it looks like O'Brien has got a connection issue there. He is gone. Not sure. Oh, there he is. That is always really difficult for the guys that are following him because they don't know where he is and they don't know where to position their car. And sometimes iRacing gets it wrong and gives you some damage because of that. So Kyle Eli back already in second position. He's chasing after Jake Brooks for the lead already. It's Adam O'Brien hanging on to that third spot. It's Herzog in fourth, Beckler in fifth, and Polini is in sixth. Jordan Berry picks up seventh position here. So let's keep an eye here on what's happening for the lead. It's Eli already on the outside of Brooks, going around in turn 4. On the main straightaway, already ahead. There you go. Kyle Eli is back in the lead in a matter of 11-12 laps since his pit stop. It's amazing what he is showing here. Jake Brooks in second, and you have to realize that Eli has got fresh tires compared to the other guys, so that's where your major speed difference here comes from. Looks like, oh, we got another yellow. And it looks like we have the, what is that, the 669 of Stefan coming together, and that looks like the 57 of Jake Brooks. No, that's the 52. I apologize. That's Richard Benedetto that he got together with. Let's bring her back here in the replay and see what happens. There you have him fighting for position. It's the 52 comes down, just looks like he lost the back end there a little bit, couldn't correct it, and he runs into the 669 of Michael Stefan. So Richard Benedetto in the yellow car loses it, and in the process, unfortunately, can't avoid the 669 of Michael Stefan. It looks like Kyle Fredrickson is in the pits. Benedetto is in the pits. And that means that Kyle Eli is still out here in front with Brooks behind him. Then it's Adam O'Brien in the 74. It's Mark Herzog in the 47. Pete Polini in the 51 there, the Miller car. Then it's Jordan Berry picking up 6th position. And behind Barry, it's Samuel Fontaine in the red and white car there. He's in, oh, it looks like Jordan Berry. Oh, yeah, it's a little thrown off because of these guys in the pits when the laps are not counted. I apologize for that, but it is what it is. We got to deal with that. Samuel Fontaine is in 8th. It's Kevin Dick already back up to 10th, so he's doing pretty good work here. Then it's Brandon Hughes in the 111 car in the 10th position. Kyle Eli there following the pace car. We're on lap 55 of 80. And it looks like we're getting ready to get going once again. they're lining them up side by side. Benedetto is still trying to catch up to the field, it looks like. Jake Brooks on the outside of Kyle Eli there in front with O'Brien and Herzog behind him. There we go. Kyle is early on the gas. He pulls away from Brooks right away. Brooks there in second position. It's O'Brien now in the third spot with Herzog on the outside. It looks like Polino has picked up that fifth position in front of Samuel Fontaine. And it's Brandon Hughes in seventh now in front of Kevin Anderson and Kevin Dick. It looks like Jordan Berry has fallen back on that higher side. The start on that higher side is not a good place to be. So he's dropping back to 12th position there. And let's bring her back up to the front. It's Jake Brooks being chased down by Adam O'Brien. Ooh, Adam has seriously some connection problems. He's missing. There he is. And ooh, the slower car there on the inside. Not really sure who that was. Mark Herzog in the 47 is in third position. It looks... O'Brien has fallen back a little bit here. He's dropping back to fifth position. He's being passed by Herzog, Polini, and now Fontaine is going around him on the outside as well, so there must be something wrong with that car. It looks like he's struggling a little bit for speed here. The 111 of Brandon Hughes coming up close to him. Fontaine still on the outside, trying to get around him. Can't do it. The high side doesn't seem to be working all that well for these guys. Meanwhile, up front, it's Kyle Eli. He's gone by about 1.8 seconds. It's Jake Brooks in the second position. He sees that black car of Eli just disappear in the sunset. It's Mark Herzog in third in the yellow and black car. Then it's Pete Polini in fourth in the Miller car. Adam O'Brien in the green and black car, the 74. Then it's Samuel Fontaine in the red and white number 91. And he's leading Brandon Hughes and Kevin Dick. Kevin Dick on the number 10 on the high side, trying to get around. He's got brand new tires. He's been into pits, so he brings it around the 111. It looks like that higher side is only working on fresh tires. Kevin Dick picks up 7th position now, but the 111 is still fighting back. He's still close. They can't get it settled just yet. They're still side by side. Some of the chassis and the sidebars scrape on the asphalt every now and again. You see the sparks flying. It looks like Kevin Dick is now nosing ahead of that 111 car, picking up 7th position, but he can't clear him just yet. And then in front of these guys, it is Samuel Fontaine duking it out with Adam O'Brien. That's for 5th position. They haven't decided that battle just yet either. Side by side, and we have another caution. Ooh, it looks like that is the 52 once again in trouble. That is Benedetto. Let's see what happens, because it could be, yeah. It's Benedetto ended 52 there, the mellow yellow car. He comes down, he gets collected by, that is the 36, I believe, 36 or 35, and then he also collects, and it looks like there's more people, including the 74, having trouble getting around these guys. Let's bring that back for you one more time here. That 52, maybe we can read the numbers a little bit better this way. The 52 gets a little bit of a help from the guy in front of him, and then it is, I can't read those numbers. The 52 comes around back there. Let's see if we can bring these guys back here. Nope. It looks like Kyle Fredrickson was one of the guys that was stuck in there. I can't find the other car. All right, so back up at the front, under yellow, Kyle Eli still leading from Jake Brooks, Mark Herzog, Pete Polini, Samuel Fontaine, and Kevin Dick. Oops. There you have Kyle Eli in the number 18 car, your leader. And behind him it is Jake Brooks, then the yellow car of Mark Herzog. It's Polini in the Miller car, Samuel Fontaine in the red and white car, Kevin Dick in the red car with the orange number 10 on it. Then it's Brandon Hughes in the 111 car. Then it's Kevin Anderson in the orange and black car, 81. Then it's the number 35 of Beckler. And in 10th position, we see the 669 of Michael Steffen. Looks like the 24 is getting a wave around. That is Bradley Minor. Currently in 15th position, one lap down. And the lights on the pace car are back out. We're getting ready to roll again. And it's Kyle Eli once again early on the gas. Jacob Brooks gets right after him. He's caught out on that high side, it looks like, but he gets around Mark Herzog. Herzog now on the inside, fighting to get that inside line because it's quicker than the outside line, and it looks like he can keep it side by side. Ooh, he gets a little loose, and Brooks gets away from him. Herzog in third. It's Fontaine in the fourth position. Polini in fifth. Kevin Dick already up in sixth position, and Brandon Hughes in seventh. Beckler in eighth. Anderson in ninth, and Jordan Berry back up to 10th position here. And right behind him, it is Michael Steffen in the 669. Kyle Eli well out in front already. He pulls away just way too easy, it looks like. Brooks and Herzog duking it out for that second spot with Fontaine right there. And Polini on the outside. It looks like Kevin Dick's coming on the inside of Polini. Oh, and here it goes wrong there at the lead. That is Herzog. And we don't go yellow here. Let's bring this back for you real quick. It looks like Herzog gets a little tap in the back from Fontaine. There comes Fontaine to the inside. He wasn't aware of Fontaine being that deep, and Polini gets collected as well. They can keep it going, but they've lost a lot of time. It's Brooks now solidly in second, Kevin Dick in third, and it's Brandon Hughes in the fourth position with the 111. Then it's Beckler, Steffen, and Anderson. And Anderson seems to be going a little high there. That allows Michael Steffen to get past him and pick up that sixth position here. Jordan Berry now already in eighth. Of course, he benefited from Herzog and Polini having that little misadventure there. Herzog and Polini and Fontaine are now running 9th, 10th, and 11th, and they're still going at it. They can't figure out who's going to be in front. All right, so let's bring her back up here to Beckler. That is 5th position. He is chasing after Hughes, and he has Michael Steffen to worry about in the 669. And then Kevin Anderson is behind that. Let's check on your leader. It's Kyle Eli. Oops, we're still on delay. Sorry about that. There you have it. Lap 76. Kyle Eli is still out in front with Jake Brooks. And it looks like Kevin Dick has reeled in Brooks there with Brandon Hughes right on his tail, trying to come along with him. There you have him. Kevin Dick is trying to catch up for that second position. Passing back markers there. And Brandon Hughes is following Kevin Dick closely. Lap 78, we're almost there. They're going to have to move fast. Kevin Dick's trying the outside now to get by Brooks. Doesn't work. Actually loses that position to Brandon Hughes in the 111 car because he gets a little wiggly off the turn. And looks like we're going to be looking at the white flag next time by. The 111 now comes underneath Brooks. Kevin Dick comes underneath Brooks. They pick up second position. Kyle Eli is still out in front. He's going to pick up the win here tonight. Brandon Hughes and Kevin Dick still fighting here. Brandon is at second, and it's Kevin Dick on the inside. Oh! Being taken out on the last turn. And that is Curran Beckler picking up that position. Let's bring that back real quick. We were watching Kevin Dick. There you have it. Kevin Dick is on the inside of the 57, and it looks like the 57 won't allow him to drift up at all, and he runs off the track. I'm going to have to see that once again. Let's slow that down a little bit. It looks like Kevin Dick is on the inside there in the red and orange car with the 57 of Brooks on the outside. Then it is the 81 of Kevin Anderson behind him. They're coming into the last turn here. And it's Kevin Dick on the inside, Brooks on the higher side. And let's see if they touch wheels there or what's going on. It looks like the 57 just comes down on him a little bit and touches that right rear end as they come off the turn. And it kind of they both get taken out by it, and it looks like Beckler picks up that third position there. All right, so let's bring up your results here. Oops, got to speed her back up if you want to see today. There is your race results. It's Kyle Eli, the winner. Brandon Hughes and Michael Steffen is shown in third here. And Curran Beckler in fourth. Jake Brooks picks up that fifth position. Then it's Kevin Anderson, Jordan Berry, Pete Pellini, Mark Herzog, Samuel Fontaine, Kyle Frederickson. Kevin Dick drops down to 12th position because of this. Then it's the LEP drivers, Richard Benedetto, Bradley Miner, Horniak, O'Brien, Shockley, and Davis. All right, let's see if we can find somebody to talk to here. Well, I can't. Kyle Eli, this is Mark in the booth. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. I couldn't get you in my room, so I'm coming to your room. It looked like you had this thing completely under control, sir.
Yeah, I mean, we started on pole. Basically led a lot of laps. I think probably half, not three-quarters of the laps tonight. Coming, I think I came down lap 38 to the pits we had one set of tires, and I was kind of shocked that only myself and I think maybe one or two other guys came down. So I think restarted like 14th, somewhere around there, and then made our way back up front. And then once we got the lead, we just checked out. Setup was really good. I think these are custom fixed setups that Michael actually builds, and today I thought it was really good. Last week, we were really loose at the end of the race, but this week I think the car was on rails. I mean, for me to pull second place by 2/10 maybe a lap on new tires, kind of different to see in these modifieds because there's not much tire wear. But all in all, I think it was a really good race. Learned a lot.
Absolutely. You basically you said it all. I mean, it looked like you were on rails. You took tires. It was a surprise to me too that you were the only one because it was like mid race. You would think that more people, and some people were actually sliding around a little bit. So yeah, it was a little surprising that you were the only one. And then it looked like those newer tires, especially those newer tires, were working on the high side a lot better than the other guys were running.
Yeah, absolutely. That was basically the only way for me to pass anybody. You just don't get the runoff, on the bottom like you can on the higher lane, because everybody's, trying to be aggressive and take the lane away from you. So once you get to their outside, they're kind of a little baffled by it. And once I got to the rear quarter, basically everybody let me go. I didn't really have much trouble getting by anyone. But yeah, on the new tires, I think the higher lane was really good for me, and that's the only way I was really able to pass anyone.
Yep, gotcha. All right, Kyle. Well, congratulations once again. I'm not sure. I don't exactly remember where you were last week, but I think you were up there in the front as well, if I remember correctly. You can refresh my memory if you want to.
Yeah, we won last week also.
Okay, there you go. I wasn't sure anymore, sir. I do one of these every night. Congratulations. That means you're pretty solidly leading the championship after two races. Are you running the trucks as well, or were you one of the guys that didn't run trucks?
I'm just running the modifieds. I have another league that runs modifieds at 10. I mean, I would love to run trucks, but Thursday nights are basically my only nights I could kind of do a lot of league racing. So I just like to have fun. These modifieds are a blast to drive, especially the ones with high horsepower. But yeah, once the summer ends up and uh, my work schedule opens up, I'll hopefully be able to run more series, especially with this league. There's a bunch of good group of drivers and admins are good.
Awesome. That's good to hear, Kyle. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you some more. Next week we are going to be going to Concord, so I hope to see you there, and good luck for that one. Any thank yous and love yous you want to throw out there?
Just thank you for broadcasting and you know this league for putting on all these amazing races.
You're most welcome. It's fun to be here, sir. All right. Thank you very much, Kyle.
No problem.
And let's see if we can find anybody else real quickly here. We don't have too much time before we go to the other race. Brandon Hughes, I'm not sure if I can move these people around. No, it doesn't look like they let me move anybody. So, well, that'll have to do it then for the interviews. At least we heard from the winner. I can't get to the other guys for some reason. And I can try this one more time. Nope. All right, that is something I'll have to pick up with the administrator because it would be easier if people would be in the waiting room. That way we can talk to them easily. Unfortunately, we can't. We're going to have to leave it at this for the modifieds. We're going to be looking at the trucks there in a little bit. We're going to have to change the setup here real quickly, and we'll be back in with that broadcast. We'll start in probably something like 10 or 15 minutes. Hope to see you there. This was it for a Five Flags Speedway in Florida, and hope to see you in a few minutes there in North Wilkesboro for the trucks. Thank you.